I don't know why I feel this way. I don't know if it's right or wrong to laugh at misfortune. Darkness can never last too long until you laugh in his face. Oh, oh, oh yeah. Ooh, oh, 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 oh. Oh, there we go. Are we not live now? Ah, okay. Okay. YouTube Studio is occasionally unhelpful. I'm trying to figure out, where do I go? Community, analytics. That's not what I want. I need to like change the info on today's stream because I hit start recording, or I guess start streaming, before I went to go live. So it's taking me to a different thing. So I think it's under content. And then live. Oh yeah, see it live now. Okay, cool. Alright, I need to edit you because today is not the 26th. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry for scaring you like this. You are not a time traveler. It is, in fact, the 34th. And we are not listening to Stream Cafe right now. We're listening to nothing. But we're about to listen to Emetropia and their album Equinox, because it's really good, I think. I haven't listened to the whole thing yet, but I did read online that they are okay with people streaming their music. And they're independent, so it shouldn't be a problem. Which would also be cool, because they seem to have really good music. The two songs I've listened to so far I've liked a lot. So, let's get a little bit too epic for what we're doing. It'll be perfect. Ooh, loud. I'm so sorry. Okay. I'm gonna get a link for this. I'm gonna kill that and that. Talking to myself. Do. Okay, save changes. I don't think my second client is maybe a secret. I'm sure I can tell everybody that it's the execution of all things, but, well, I already said it, so I should might as well just put that in there. Hang on. I just put on some eyeshadow and now my eyes are itchy, but not because I'm reacting, but because my hair is like right there, and so I really want to like scratch it, but I don't want to smudge my already terrible application of this makeup, so I don't know. If I must complain, I must complain about something like that. Okay. Gotta get the chat up too. I maybe started streaming just a tad early, but that's okay. How's the audio? Seems okay. I hope it's not too loud. I'm gonna bring it down just a touch, just in case. Okay. Where's the part where it gives me the chat? Chat, chat, chat. Bring me chat. I wish to take chat and put it onto thingy. New, create video clips. I don't care. Okay. I probably should care. I'm not usually like this particular arena of heavy metal. And I think it's just because I haven't found enough to make me want to dig deep into it to find what I like. But I'm glad I came across this because this is fun. Now I gotta take the long way around to get a hold of my chat. Oh, look at me listening to myself again? Okay. Pop out chat. Do. Copy URL. I feel like they really ought to have some way to integrate YouTube with a streaming thing like Twitch does, just because this is kind of annoying. I have to do this every single time. You know, I can take the privacy screen off now. Like, I have to go to my channel to open up the chat, to pop it out, to take the URL, to go back to OBS, to go to the properties of the, you know, chat window that I've integrated into my overlay, and replace the URL with the new one every single time I stream, which is like, really in the grand scheme, not the biggest problem in the world, especially if I had actually done that before I started streaming. But, like, I don't know, it just seems like a lot of extra steps. I'm okay with it, I guess I feel like complaining about something. Okay, I'm going to say hello to everybody. Pardon the tippy-tappies here, I need to... Oh, shit, sorry, my friend just sent me a picture of a comic she's working on. That's awesome, okay, cool. Sorry, yes. Did I copy the URL to the stream, or am I just insane and talking to myself? I think both things can be true and untrue. I'm just... Okay. Sent to 1. Oh. Sorry, I just got some news. That's really cool. Posting links in places. Sorry, I'm a little hyper today. I think I haven't had no, that's not true. I had coffee yesterday. I made some medium roast coffee. Coffee today. I don't know if it's different if you grind your own beans or not. Medium roast, I think, has a higher caffeine content too. And I don't know, I'm just kind of jazzed up. This is a good thing, probably, you know. But I think that's probably why I'm a little hyper. I also had a really good breakfast. Okay, I'm really proud of myself. This is maybe irrelevant to anything I'm about to do, but I made some sourdough. I didn't make any sourdough. I toasted some sourdough that I got at the reduced items section of the Ralph's. But I have sourdough, and I toasted it, and I spread on like butter and avocado, and then I like perfectly boiled some eggs. Like I only recently learned how to do it properly. I know that sounds maybe a little bit silly that I only learned how to boil eggs, but I was just so accustomed to not liking boiled eggs because they had a tendency to be kind of chalky, and I only really liked the yolk, and even then it was kind of dry. But I made them jammy. I made jammy eggs, and they were like goopy and good. Oh, and I put that on top of the toast, and I spread that around. And, oh man, I'm proud of myself. It's really good. I'm not even hungry now too. Like it's holding me up. But that and I had to. This is a little silly too. So my roommate just moved out. And she took, her items with her, and amongst those items was her coffee grinder, but she left her bag of coffee. So I had these whole coffee beans, and I'm not going to return them to her. She's halfway in Nebraska. But I should check it on her. But I have these whole beans, and I wanted coffee, and I didn't want to go out to get coffee, but I have a mortar pestle. So I smashed my own coffee beans. It was way more satisfying to do that than it should have been because they're kind of crunchy. So you get this like really satisfying like crunch every time you put the pestle down. And I'm probably going to do that again until I buy the coffee that I like. Because this stuff's okay. It's like a Trader Joe's thing. But it was like really bitter. It could also be for a number of reasons why it turned out bitter. But it's still like, that was fun. Okay, so where else do I need to advertise this? Hey everybody, watch me talk to myself and be an insane person, please. Watch me go slowly insane. Streaming, baby, I'm streaming. No, I hit the button. Okay. People are still talking to me. Okay. Aww. Hang on one second. I have to respond to this. This is a really sweet sentiment that my boyfriend just sent me, and I'm gonna put it the privacy screen. I need to respond to this. I will be right back. Hello, Edgar. I'll be right back. I promise. Like literally, like 2 minutes. Yoink! Okay, thank you for bearing with me. I am back. I am here. We're gonna do that. Okay. You want to return the beans? You want to walk to Nebraska and return the beans? Wow, I'm really grateful that I remembered. I forgot. Oh man, I forgot that I had the stream in a fashion that like it can't show what I'm doing except for because I have other windows up right now, And for a half second, I was like, oh no, I just shared everything. Oh wait, no, I didn't. Plus I had a privacy screen, so like, woo! I am down to one monitor again. I'm a 2-monitor person, and I unfortunately had to relinquish my monitor, the second one, because it wasn't mine. The one that was mine, I had to get rid of it, and my roommate kindly let me borrow one of hers, and I didn't replace it before she moved out. That was my bad. I had a whole month to think of a solution, and I didn't even think about it until the last 3 days. I was like, oh, shoot. Yeah, that's right. Whoops. Okay. Where's my chat window? I need to put you over here. It's gonna change the way everything looks on my screen. Side quest for beans. How small can I make that? There we go. How does that look on Strem? It looks normal on Strem. Oh, it does not look normal on Strem. Okay, that's very strange. Okay, one second. I'm gonna fix this. There we go. I fixed it. Hooray! I love that I can do that live. Okay. Alright. We're here. Yep. Whoa. Yes. Alright. We're here. Okay. We're good. Wow, what a series of horrifying distractions. I was incapable of working my way around until now. Okay. I'm gonna get back to this one. Okay. So. Am I muted? Am I still muted? Okay, good. I can't tell you how many times I've done that. Okay. Man, this is like a real ADD day. Holy cow. I'm really glad that you were able to catch my stream today too, man. It's cozy here. I gotta tell you, I feel utterly chaotic today. I am just like, oh, what's this over here? I need to do this. What about if I did this thing? Like, literally, I went on like a 10-minute excursion to figure out where the hell my eyeliner went, knowing in the back of my mind, it's probably in my car. And then while I was on that excursion, I was like, oh, hey, these are brushes for dyeing my hair. I need these for later. Oh, man, what else is in this bag? Is my iPad on? Can I charge it right now? It's just, woo. I need to get medicated. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. Where's my, there it is. Come on. Thank you. Whoa, hey, what's happening here? Okay. Sorry, my, stylus was acting funny for a strange moment there, but we're good! We're good. We're back to it. Alright. I kinda... Well... Do I want to make more coffee? No. No, I don't want to make more coffee. Ugh. I need to get better coffee. This stuff's... meh. Okay. On to work. On to working. On to doing things with my hands. Whew, I'm having a SpongeBob day. This is absolutely the moment where I would sit down and start working and pull away and only have a big fancy letter T there. Where's my grease pencil? Oh, that is my grease pencil. What are you? Oh, that's that brush that Scapefield gave me. If I want to do anything. Am I on the wrong layer? I'm on the wrong layer. Wrong layer! Yoink. Nothing happened down here, everything's fine. Okay, let's go to the right layer now. I'm not used to using panels like this. This is a feature that Clip Studio has, where you can separate out panel by panel. So it's masked off, which means I can do this without any problem. Ooh, that looks really good. Maybe I should put darkness back there. I'm trying to avoid too many like opacity shifts because, you know, black and white, but I feel like my client, I'm saying my client, this is my boyfriend. This is for his game that he's been working on, but he's paying me to do it, so I am definitely funny and an artist. I hope that brings you cozy joy, because frankly, I don't know, the weather, I don't know how it is for you right now, because I know that you're like, you know, a few states over from me, But like right now, it's gray. It was raining last night. Like I was up at I want to say 1 in the morning or so, which maybe accounts a little bit for this Jack Sparrowing I'm doing. But it was raining and you could hear all the pitter patter. It was just, oh, it was lovely. It was so very good. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna make this kind of wispy. Hello, Johnny. How do? Welcome. That does a little bit. This is, the band is, I'm totally butchering their name here. What are they called? I don't know if it's emetropia, or emtropia. I should look, oh. Ooh, that stream quality. Oh, man, uh-oh. Oh, I'm not a fan of that. Hang on 1 second, guys, I'm sorry. That's, I'm not dropping anything. Why is it blurry? Is the stream blurry for you guys? Is it just because I got auto quality on? Let's put that back up. Oh, okay, yeah, I had auto quality on. Woo! Let's fix that. I don't need my own stream up. What am I doing? I don't think the chat goes away if I kill this window. It doesn't! Okay, anyway, yes. A gator light. Oh, that's right, they made a thing like Pedialyte. Where's my window? Okay. Alright. Okay. I need, oh. Sorry guys, that window, the shaking. I need to like, bring my chaos levels down a little bit. Like my energy is here, but the chaos is up here, and the focus is all over the place. So I'm gonna take a quick moment. I'm gonna grab a little cup of water. I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna reset. I'm gonna do some work. It's gonna happen. Someday. I'll be right back. Gonna grab some water. I got a special little jar. And I got a little thing of ice. Making a big thing of ice. Ooh, cool. Okay. Ooh, I know what I want. I know what I want. We're gonna make this nice. We're gonna make this so good. Okay, alright, so I'm still making my water, but I know I'm making it, but if you guys have any Asian markets around you, or you have the opportunity to order something online, and if you like honey and citrus fruits, you guys should get some of this. So, it's yuzu, or it's Korean, so it's yuja. No, it is yuzu. Where's it yuja? Whatever. It's a citrus fruit that's not often found, at least in my neck of the United States. It's a little bit more floral than a lemon is. Like if you like Meyer lemons, you're gonna love this. And it's literally just a jar of citrus peels and honey, and it just sits in this, and it just sort of, it's like a marmalade, but different. And you're supposed to put it in hot water and kind of drink it as a tea or mixed in with tea, but I also like to use it for cocktails, and I'm putting it in some cold water, like a little lemonade thing, and You can use it in sparkling water. It's really good. And thank you. I will explain that stuff in a moment. I'm being so productive. I can't open my jar. Ah, there we go. Okay, sorry guys, I'm almost done. I gotta use the soda stream. So you're gonna hear some weird things, okay? It's gonna, just don't panic. It'll all be okay. I guess I'm not sure if this is loud enough to get picked up. The microphone is facing away from me. I need more bubbles. There we go. Yay! Okay, alright. I am Okay. Okay. I'm returning. I'm back. I am the living embodiment of calm, and I didn't just get myself a lot more sugar. It's fine. We're good. So, excuse me. The guitars on the wall and the library. Basically, there's a bass guitar, which is mine. I have had it for like 10 or 11 years, and I still haven't learned how to play it. I'm really bad at forming new habits, and I'm about to head up to my mom's for 3 weeks because she's gonna go out of town with her partner and need somebody to watch the house and the dogs, and you know, I mostly work from home, right? The other guitar, oh yeah, I'm probably gonna bring it with me, what I was gonna get at. And then the other guitar is my boyfriend's. He's better at it than I am, but the library is just a mix of our stuff. But the reason why it needs explanation, I guess, is because I really love these shelves, but we had to buy it off a roommate, and that, I guess, is the end of the story. Ta-da! Extremely interesting. I want to do some things to the top of it. Like, there's kind of like a, I don't know if you can see it in the stream. Actually, let me pull it up. Let me see. Yeah. I'm sorry for shaking the camera so much. There is there, right here. That thing is it's like a big fake boat. It's like a rusted figurine of some kind of warship, and like, I don't know why she had it. She didn't want to take it with her. I don't know that I want it. I'd love to get some other stuff to put up there, but I don't know what it would be, except maybe more plants. But we don't get all day sun either. The fact that that pothos, that plant, is still alive and doing well is more of a testament to the insanity that is pothos, because you can't kill it. You cannot kill pothos. It is insane. I've had that plant for like 8 years now, and it's just, I think my mom's had the same pothos plant for like 20. I gotta ask her about that, actually. Oh man, it's better than soda. I guess it basically is soda. It's just citrus, honey, and sparkling water. Anyway, I have work to do. I see your chat there, Edgar, and I am pulling it up so I can actually read it. Okay. Oh man, yeah. Honestly, acoustic and electric are different too, aren't they? Like, I don't mean like literally between the two of them, obviously acoustic, electric, but I mean like play styles, and I don't know if the strings are different. I remember we have an acoustic guitar that belonged to one of my grandfathers, and my mom had it because when he passed, we took it. It was this beautiful, beautiful guitar with some like kind of pearly looking inlays on it and stuff, and I remember the strings being really thick. And then years later, you know, I move out, you know, I have, you know, my partner, and he gets his guitar because he wants to learn, and the strings were so skinny and light, and I don't know if that's just because my hands were smaller when I was holding the acoustic, or if they genuinely are smaller. So, like, yeah. I will. Don't yell at me. Okay. Okay. Alright. I started the background, but honestly, I should probably finish up the spear and stuff, and I'll do the background later, so let's get this out of the way. Oh, Digital, you're so helpful. One thing I'm kind of excited about with, my roommate moving out, moving right along. One thing I'm kind of glad for, while I am gonna miss her and it's gonna suck, you know, trying to come up with the rest of rent all the time. We could just get another roommate, but we kind of don't want to. I really like the prospects of, what layer is this? Oh, there it is. Having more space to do things. And one of the things that I will have more space to do is traditional artwork. I've not done a whole lot of it lately because if I want to paint, I need to do it somewhere where there's no carpet, and the only place really is out here. But trying to find the time and space to spread all the stuff out, so I've got the room, and like I have a whole thing over here where my supplies are that's out of the way and inconvenient. But now I can move it all around. You know what? I'm gonna move this over here. It's not more coffee. It's not more coffee. Woo! Oranges and coffee don't mix. I don't like how close this is to the spear. Oh, you know what? No. I should double down. So, one thing to consider in... They do. Hey Sebastian, hello, welcome. I'm looking down at the chat. Hello, welcome. So, I was just thinking right here. I have this little cloud thingy, right here, right? Basically, there's a power emanating off of this spear that kind of causes this character to experience all aspects of his story at once. I'm not going to explain further what that means. But basically, we're seeing him kind of realize who he is in full earlier than he normally would, right? It's not the same as multiverse, but it's adjacent. And so to show that off, I wanted to throw all these like wibbly wobbly, like, it's power around him. But this right in here, like this is where the spear's gonna go. I don't like that. Look at how close that is to that. So either I have to move something, which I don't really want to do. I like where the spear's at, and I like where this is because it gives us a glimpse. Or, instead of moving them away from each other, I'll just move them closer together so they overlap. So this way, we get some amount of, like, idea. I don't know if I like that either, though, because now it doesn't feel like it's emanating off of it. Maybe I should just get rid of it. But I like that little scoop here. Maybe I could just bring it up a little bit. Maybe I should just put it away. It's just so parallel. Is that close enough? I feel like it's close enough. Okay. Oh, thank you. That's really kind of you to say. I've been having a lot of fun with this project. It's one I was kind of a part of, well, more than kind of. I was a lot more a part of last year, but it's sort of shifted gears, and I've shifted gears, so I come back and forth to it. But because the creator of this project is, you know, my boyfriend, he trusts me and my artistic voice, he just sort of lets me go ham on it, which is a lot of fun. I love it when a client is willing to do that. Maybe I should just move the spear, because I really liked where that was and what it was doing. Yeah, I'm just gonna I'll move the spear. It'll be fine. I'll just move that hand up. Excuse me. I'm so sorry. Pardon. I should think ahead a little more. So I know it's Monday, so, you know, it's like a work/school day, but what's everybody up to? How's your Monday going? Oh, you know what? I need to... Did I do it? I did. Okay, cool. I think I need to change this one back. Yeah, okay, yeah. And then... yeah, Mondays are fine. They're just a day. Oh, damn it. Didn't actually select anything. I used to dislike Mondays more, but then I stopped going to public school, and my jobs got better. And now I'm in a position where, aside from doing any freelance, my Mondays are off, which is nice. My weekend is Sunday and Monday rather than Saturday and Sunday. I think I've asked this before, but do you feel like your schooling being light is, oh, I need to turn that layer back on. Like, do you feel like you're getting out of it what you want to get out of it? Because, like, when I was a kid, I always liked it better when it was light, but I think now as an adult, I almost wish it was a little harder. It's not that I was, like, doing really good because I was better at it than anybody else or anything like that. It was just because I think I lucked out and had a track of schooling with teachers who weren't particularly hard asses. Is that good enough? I feel like this is good enough. Maybe I can, yeah. Maybe I should, how big is this spear supposed to be, actually? This is probably fine. Yeah, I would agree. People hate working school. Definitely. Ah. Oh, that's some honesty, my guy. Okay. I'm gonna tell you a secret. Maybe it's not really a secret, but I think you know the answer. I think you know what you gotta do. I think you know what you need to stop doing. Because, you're right. Using AI to cheat takes the work out. When you don't do the work, you don't learn the thing. And I know you're capable of doing it. I've seen your artwork, and I see you improving and doing, and you're not really cheating doing that, right? You know, I've seen it. And so I understand that, you know, studying and math and history and all that other stuff, especially when it's presented in a schooling environment, is so boring. So personally, speaking from my own experience, I found that I enjoyed school and learning, I'm on the wrong layer again, far, far more when I was seeking it out on my own in my own way. And I haven't taken the time to study math outside of school, but I should. And there's ways to do it. And there's websites and games and things, you know, that teach all sorts of stuff. I don't know, accountability is a really difficult thing to learn, and I think there may be a little degree of more difficulty for, not to sound like, you know, stereotypical older person talking to younger person, but yeah, I hate the generational discussion a lot of the time because I think it tends to sort of invalidate the feelings of the person you're talking to. But I feel like maybe it's harder for, you know, people in your age group to learn accountability because all these things are at your fingertips. It's right there, and it's so easy to use it. And I'm sorry that you're dealing with that, man. That sucks. But I don't know. I wonder if there's somebody that you can go to kind of be an accountability buddy, you know? Like, I don't really know who you've got in your life and stuff, but as far as, like, somebody that you could trust to go like, hey, so I'm genuinely struggling to do X, Y, or Z. Can I come to you with stuff? I struggled with ADHD pretty hard as a kid, and I wasn't diagnosed until I was 25. Like, that's where I was at. Like, it was just the way I was. And having somebody for me to show my homework to and sign off on it was really important, because not only did it make me do it, it also made me more clever in how not to do it, and I learned from not doing it. If that makes sense. My problem solving skills were good because I had to find ways to get out of doing homework. So, it's the way I understand it, the school system, without being an online school system, was already really bad You know, when I was growing up, there wasn't a whole lot of online school. There were maybe a couple tutoring things, but, you know, when I was 14, 15, you know, the internet was still becoming what it was becoming. So the way the system worked was still not individualized in a way that was helpful for people like me who had problems. There were some things you could do, but even they were sort of not that great. It was very assembly lines. And I can only imagine that assembly line is probably even more assembly line robotaton, you know, on an online schooling, which, if I remember correctly, is what you were saying that you had been doing some time ago. Even less helpful, because it just, you know, is what it is. And it also, you know, it depends on what school you're doing, what program they're using. Do they have a staff on hand to help students through things? I don't know how they work, but it seems to me not very good. No offense. But, like, I don't think you should get down on yourself. Like, obviously, it doesn't feel good to be in the position that you're in. And I can't imagine that it really instills a lot of confidence. But I hope that you can look at the other things that you do that you're good at as evidence that you are a really smart person and that you could absolutely do it. You just gotta trick yourself into doing it. Sometimes you gotta treat yourself like a baby and make it happen, right? Or like, be that one penguin in Happy Feet where you're trying to jump off a cliff and you need to jump off the cliff. It's an important cliff to jump off of. You must. Because that's the scene in the movie. I'm not actually don't do that. In the movie, he's got to go down and slide down with his friends, and he's scared because of the height. So he tricks himself. Why can't I get this stupid line? Oh, none of these are good. Oh, wait, hang on. We're good. We're good. Yeah, okay, good. We got it. We got it. Okay. And honestly, like, when it comes to finding somebody who you're friends with, or a family member, or even, like, I don't know, just people, you know, aunt, uncle, your grandma, you don't even have to be fully honest all the time. I'm not saying lie, but, like, if you're not comfortable saying, well, I've been cheating and doing this, what you could just the most honest thing that's important is, I've been having trouble with this. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna fail. I don't feel good about it. Can you help me? You know? Sometimes the Band-Aid pull is the thing that hurts the most. Let me rephrase that. Sometimes anticipating the Band-Aid pull is the thing that hurts the most. Once you start doing, you start doing. That's a mood. And, you know, honestly, you know, you're not in a position, and, you know, as far as what I know about you, where any of this is gonna bite you in the ass so hard that you can't be a successful person. Like, nah, you're good, dude. Like, just keep trying and do better, you know? So, maybe it's a new game. I'm looking at, you know, what you're saying here. What I mean by game is, like, okay, so you're doing the thing, you're doing the AI thing, it's helping you get through the assembly line, that's cool. So now the rest of the game is forcing yourself to catch up, right? So that you know the thing to do the do. Almost feels like a stealth mission to, like, sneak in somewhere to put your homework back into the folder on time because you didn't actually do it, right? Or like, I don't know if you've ever seen Kiki's Delivery Service, but there's a point where she has to put her own cat as a toy to give to a birthday boy, and then go reconnaissance the toy that fell out of her packaging to go and replace it and get her cat back. You're gonna go get your cat back. Just go learn the thing. See if you can schedule it. So, like, let's just pretend that you find a well-reviewed tutoring service or gamified education website or YouTube channel that talks about the thing that you got to do, and it does a bunch of different topics. So maybe one day is your leg day. That's the day that you only do history, and you do, I don't know, man, like school, it's like an hour per class, so just an hour of history. Cool. That's fantastic. So the next day you fit in an hour of math. Make sure you do the homework to bring it back around to the hour of math, right? And if you're self-teaching, you can give yourself that schedule. So now you're not only learning the thing you have to learn, you're learning one of the most important skills of today's society, which is time management. Because it's hard to learn as an adult. Ooh, yeah, you get that cat back as fast as possible, man. One of the benefits to kind of parallel, the accountability thing I was saying earlier, one of the benefits that your generation has is while you have all these different ways to get around the terrible, assembly line system of education, you have all these other ways to make up for it. You have so many options, aside from just go to the library and read book, which, I mean, I never really had to do a whole lot either, but I did do it because it was nice. I miss libraries. I should go to one soon. Anyway, you can find thing do. YouTube, there's plenty of educational things. There's definitely more than a few websites that are specific for either a particular kind of learning. So this is the programming site, this is the math site, the history, whatever. They exist. Again, just to reiterate, you already know how to study. You already do it. So just trust yourself. I don't think the foreshortening on this is right, but I also don't think that I care too much. Like, it reads, it's fine. The panel ultimately is going to be like this big anyway, so I can get away with a certain amount of cheating. And on that note, save your cheating for artwork. It's a good strategy. This right here, this tool, cheating. Where's my ruler? Oh man, really? Oh. You used a line tool? I don't know. I like to use the word cheating with artwork because it just makes it sound sneaky, and I think being sneaky is fun. Like, in a, cute kind of way. But, most of the time it's just having a tool and using it differently than, whatever. It's not really cheating to use the line tool. I'm just not doing straight lines with my hand like a crazed person. Plus, doing straight lines digitally, just with your full arm, is not the same as doing them traditionally with your full arm. The results... sorry, guys. The results, don't work the same because, when you're putting pencil to paper, you're putting pencil to paper. When I'm putting stylus to glass, I'm putting stylus to glass to sensor to algorithm to agreements and programming and whatever, so, Yes, you can ace that test. What you could do is you bring the piano with you to the test as a distraction, and then you get your accountability buddy to come in to, change the test or steal the answers for you. And now you have done the real test, which is finding the proper way to cheat at the test, like in Naruto, where they were supposed to do that. That was the first 2 episodes. I don't remember anything else about Naruto. I don't know if you've seen it, because I know it's, at this point, is aging as far as media is concerned, but there's a whole part of it, which I thought was actually really cool. I've got a lot of problems with Naruto, and I didn't finish it because of it, but maybe I should revisit it as an adult. But there's a test that they all have to take in order to get basically their ninja license to show that they're allowed to learn to be ninja. And Naruto realizes mid-test that the test isn't about what they're writing on the paper. It's about information reconnaissance in the classroom without getting caught, because they can't cheat. They're not allowed to, but they are actually supposed to. They just aren't allowed to get caught, which I think is really funny. It's a really cool idea. It works for what they were setting up. You know what? The real test is the friends we made along the way. And that's why they have high school reunions. Man, I missed out. Ew, I'm old. I am officially this year 15 years out of high school. And that's a strange feeling. Oh, did the album end? I think the album ended. Ugh, I'm old. All my friends who have beards are having beards that are turning gray. Let's do another of their songs. Are these all from... Ooh. No, wait. Equinox album stream. A different symphonic edition. Okay, so it's the same album. Do they only have one album? Are they that new? 6 years ago, some of these. Okay. Alright. I need to figure out what else to put on here. Was it Lord Trident? I think it's Lord of Trident. Was that them? They're another band that appears to willingly and happily share their music via streamers like me. I literally just found out about them today. I'm tired of thinking of what can I listen to and what can I put on the stream and I could be happy with it. It's just a horrible balance. So let's go with this one. This playlist by them is labeled Mad with Power. This is Lords of the Trident. Oh, okay. I'm playing their music. I know you can't see the video, but I'm going to share their info because they've got some... They're funded by Patreon. Let's see here. Patreon link, please give me the link. Why isn't it the first link on their description? Ah, it is. It is the first link on their description. It just doesn't look like a link. Okay. Ooh, wow, good for them. They're doing really well. They're getting like $3,500 a month on their music. That's fantastic. Okay. Okay. But we're gonna be polite. If I'm playing them, I'm linking them. Oh, that's not it. Hang on. We can do this. I am technologically fluid. Your turn stereo. Oh wait, I can just do that here. What am I doing? Bring it back. Let's put the music on. Edit. Editing. Music. Playing. Ooh, don't skip ahead. Do the thing. Oh, this is live. I don't want live. Give me your stuff. I want to listen to your stuff. Ooh, okay. I'm digging it. I've never heard this before. Oh, I get it. Pull the plug. Because it's acoustic. Okay. This is cool. I did the thing because I had to. Okay, cool. Back to it. Draw. Mildly elderly, I'll take it. I may have up to the ankle in the grave, but by golly, I am more than just an ankle. Me too. It's one of the things I like about, like, not TikTok, but like the TikTok platform style. So like on Instagram, I'll find a lot of music in the same way. Oh my gosh, these guys sound like a lot of fun to sing to. Dude, they're the Knights of Dragon's Deep. Oh, snap. I didn't know we were gonna get this hardcore. I'm so in. I'm sold. This is fun. Apparently, so if you like this, you'll like Dragon Force. Dragon Force is great. I can't play them, or at least I can't play the one of their songs that I would love to play because it's you know, they're represented by a publishing company and they're gonna have DMCA stuff. So their most recent 3 albums, I learned, are DMCA free, and they're very outspoken about it. So I haven't looked up which albums those are yet. I literally just learned it right before I set up streaming, but I'm gonna look that up because that sounds really fun. But if you, I'll try to remember to post it later. I'll play I think it's Through the Fire and Flames. Ugh, so good. Oh, that's cool. Determination. I love, okay, there's a few things about AI that I like. There's a few things that they get right. And I don't mean AI, you know, in the art sphere, mostly it gets it wrong. But as a creation, as a whole, because, you know, talking about AI is like talking about cancer. It's just a really wide variety of things. Mostly terrible things. But for, one thing is that you can do that. Like, I know we already have like a tagging system, but I like the idea that you can look something up by its mood. I think that's kind of cool. There's a couple other things they do in terms of like, you know, I know it's been really great for programmers. I know a few who have had to like work on somebody else's programming and then look at the words and the code and realize they don't know what the heck they were actually looking at. So they have to feed it through an AI and just say, tell me what this does. And once they understand what it does, because the AI will recognize it and tell you, they're like, oh, okay, now they can finish problem solving. It's like the missing ingredient sometimes. Just that understanding. And it saves a little bit of time, too. Yeah. Sometimes there's use for it. It really depends on what it is, where it comes from, and what it's being used for, right? Like, AI art, we're only calling it art because we don't really know what else to call it. It's not art. There are images. They certainly are a series of shapes and colors placed in a manner in which we can recognize somewhat what it's supposed to be, but that doesn't make it art, right? And I'm sure you've heard this argument like 1,000,001 times. Same with music. There's really only one reason for AI music, and that's to sit on the couch and laugh at some stupid poo-poo joke that you made to yourself. Like, it's really not, it's not art. It's not the reason why we listen to music. This is solely for the same reason we have artwork that's just decorative. Like, AI is just going to be decorative. It's literally just, you're going to walk into a Target or a Marshall's or, you know, a Hobby Lobby, and right now you can go into that little section where it's like, put this artwork on your wall, where they usually have like Starry Night or insert favorite bands, local boy band, whatever, poster, maybe not local, or whatever. And now you're gonna see AI picture of French bulldog wearing headphones with splashy paints, rainbow splashy paints. Somebody didn't have to draw that. It sucks that that person doesn't have that job. I don't know how much they would have made on that job. I kind of get the feeling that the kind of work that would be underpaid and kind of a crummy gig to have, but it would be a gig, and that sucks that somebody did that person didn't get that. But they're better than that. They are. It is without merit beyond, I have puppy dog on my wall, and that's fine, I guess. How do hands work? Apparently they don't work at all. I'm not thrilled with this hand. But I also don't feel like fixing it. I'm pretty sure my client also wouldn't really care that much, knowing him. He's kind of one of those dudes where it's like, if it's better than what I can do, then I'm happy. I probably should start listening to more like AI stuff though, like not as like a means to entertain myself or whatever, but I learned that there's sort of a there are some telltale signs as to what AI sounds like when it comes to, you know, their fake music or their fake voices and stuff, and I'm not completely cued into that, and I should know mine enemy. Should I make him hairy? He's already pretty hairy. I'll just see what he thinks about it when I do it. I'll say sorry later. Oh man, I am not thrilled with this hand. Well, it's handy, but it'll do. You got the face of the enemy. Why was that funny? Like, I'm genuinely really enjoying this, but that threw me off a little bit. I know that this is like an acoustic recreation of a different song, and when they go fully electric, that it sounds totally different. I respect that. It was very silly. Is that too hairy? That looks like he just has a bunch of scars on him. Thank you. Me too. I'm really happy with how this panel's turning out. Like, despite my complaints about the hand, I'm just letting it go because at some point you have to. And, you know, it doesn't look bad. It just doesn't look good. It is tolerable. As is my foreshortening. That's actually not great. Okay. There's one thing I am dealing with technologically that I'm not dealing with today, but I might end up dealing with tomorrow, which I find deeply frustrating. So there's this thing that you'll notice the more technology that you use, and I'm sure you've had, you know, new computers and new whatever, is that each one feels a little different. And that's the same for, excuse me, tablets. And here, I'm working on my, I have a Wacom Cintiq. I think they're 21. And, you know, it's such a good machine. I love this thing. I have the, like 2012 or 2007 version of it too, which is a workhorse, and I love that thing too, and I'm likely going to set it up in my new office, which I'm excited about. But it's a very different quality machine. Sorry about the shaking camera. I've got to figure a way around that. I usually have this up on the monitor, but again, I don't have the monitor anymore. It's a very different quality of machine than the one I have at my job. So my boss has very graciously allowed me to have a workspace at the studio where I teach, so that way on days where I have to do work before I go in to teach, I just preemptively knew ahead of time. I have a tendency to lose track of time, and I don't want to be late, and, you know, I'm like essentially a head teacher. That would be bad if I was late. So I'll go there to work sometimes. And the tablet that he has available for me to borrow is a 22-inch XP pen. I think it's their 22E version, which is an older tablet. Not that much older. It certainly isn't. It's not as old as this one too. Like this 21. Actually, this is kind of new. It's been bought in the last 5 years. The other one, I think. Anyway, it's slightly older. But the quality on it is not the same. The glass is different, which I can bear with. I have an XP pen that I've worked with before. The stylus feels different because the weight's different and everything else. Again, bearable. It feels like a hollow tube to me, but I can deal with it. The problem is the way that they integrate the button on it, and this I find very annoying. I use the button to switch between using an eraser or not. I don't like flipping it to the eraser back here anymore. I've been so accustomed to not using that I just don't. And you can't on the XP pen because Wacom had the patent on the backside eraser for many years, and so most other tablets, at least until recently, didn't have those backside erasers. And so I just got accustomed to using the button. When I use the button on that tablet to do erasing, it's a crapshoot whether or not it's going to do its job, switch tools, or do this weird thing. I'm going to show you on the canvas here. I'll be erasing, and then it'll get stuck doing this in like one spot. So when I want to go side to side, it won't let me go side to side. It'll get stuck on that angle. And it's in specific spots on the canvas, and I don't know why it does that. I don't know if it's on the canvas or on the screen. I think it might be the screen. And it is deeply frustrating because I don't know how to fix that, and I don't think I can. So, anyway, that was just on my mind right now. Is this a cover? This is nice. What is this? More than words. Extreme cover. This feels extreme. This is a cover. This is nice. There it is. Okay. Anyway, I think I'm done complaining for now. I am gonna bring this up though. It's more, yeah, emanating. Tangent. Not tangents. They're not welcome here. Only verbal tangents, yes. Not tangents. Get out of here. There we go. Too far. Do I have any other ones? Nothing I can't tolerate. Okay, cool. Bring you back up. You're already up. I can merge you now. Blah! Jeez. I don't know if you guys heard that, but that scared the crap out of me. Oh, man. That's probably like a fire truck or something. It's just something honked. Jeez. Oh, what a day. Okay. Bring the chat back. Where are you at? There you are. You know, I'm just gonna take a second here. Just making a again. What is that? Oh, nope. Gonna see what Wilson thinks of the hairy arms. Because he's a Japanese man, but he is a very robust, large, feral-looking Japanese man, so... do I want to save? No, I don't. That's not the right thing. There it is. Thoughts on... Okay. I'm spending way too much time on this panel, but I think it's been a lot worth it. Especially since I think I'm over the hump. So I can just move on to the fun part. Yes. Yes, indeed. Wilson? Yeah. No, he's great. He's pretty cool, I guess. Our anniversary's coming up. I'd really like to do something nice. I don't know, as a gift or as something thoughtful for him. I can say this, I don't think he's in chat. But, A, I'm going to be out of town for it. And B, oh, I don't know what I'm gonna get him. Because it's also right after my birthday, and he always uses it as a means to one-up me. Like, oh, it's your birthday, I got you these things, ooh. I think maybe he feels, almost sinister sense of joy watching me open presents. Like, yes, good, you find joy in the thing I bring you. Hello, Sharky. Yeah, Warhammer does start people down a dark path, it's true. I've barely touched into it myself, but I have a student who likes to do Warhammer figurines, and he's learning from us to get better at doing that. I should give him some homework for that. But also, I have some friends who are like deep in the lore. I have an expert on hand I can ask him about things. I think I have 2 experts on hand. I got 3. There's 3 of them. I'm just remembering who my friends are as I'm talking. Wait a minute. Blah, blah. What was I saying? And thank you. Yes, this is looking really cool. I think this is the most rendered any of these panels are going to look. I like the idea that as the shift is coming through, it has like a physical effect on everything. and this is the closest I can get to portraying that physical effect, is making the line work different. I'm really excited about it, actually. I'm so happy with how this is coming out. I feel like my plan is coming together. Like I should bite on the end of a cigar here. I love it when a plan comes together. It's an A-Team reference for all the babies in the audience. Don't feel too bad though. That was before my time too. I'm just a weirdo. Oh yes, you should find out what to do for April Fools. It is expensive. Oh man, I'm in. Ooh, some of that stuff. Can I bring my chat up higher? Like I feel like I'm looking down here. Oh, don't open Steam. Don't open Steam. Do not redeem. Get out of here. Okay. Sorry, I got like everything's down by my task manager. Taskbar. Taskbar. Okay, come on. I'm gonna bring you up higher so I'm not staring so low every single time. Don't clip it. No. No. Stop that. Okay. There we go. A little higher up. Okay, cool. I'm gonna take a quick second here. I need to know what the noise outside is. It's just driving me nuts. It's like, it sounds like maybe it's a trash truck, but it's so loud. I don't think you guys can hear it, which is good. Okay, I figured it out. Whoa. Not me knocking into stuff. Okay. What I was hearing with the honking. Whoa. Man, it's chaos today. It is like a cat. Honestly, everything in this house is like a cat. Everything's wrong. You guys can't see them, but I do have cats. And they are here. No, it's so there's a horrible mess of a situation on my street right now that luckily is not currently affecting what I'm doing, which is good. But A, it's trash day. B, it's somebody's moving day. There's a moving truck on the road. C, our roads in this part of town were not built for this many people with trucks this big. And C, I don't know what this construction vehicle is doing on our thing, but it looks like it has like 8 wheels and it's got like a big dumpster truck kind of vibe to it. It's got like tarp on it and stuff. I don't know if it's just passing through or if there's a job on the road, but it's stuck because behind it is the garbage truck, and in front of it's the moving truck, and it cannot squeeze through. That's what the honking was earlier. And it's still there because it can't squeeze through. Sucks to be them. I don't like this line. I'm gonna fix that. Oh, that line's not even. Ooh, bad Maya. Wrong layer. Get it right. Alright, that worked out. It was actually fine. Anyway. I am thinking of lunch. I don't need anything heavy, but I have a lot of work to do today, so I'm not also going to, like, leave. So, if you hear any, like, beeping and honking and stuff, anyway, that's what that is. Which is super good, super fun. Also, I apologize for clearing my throat so much. The weather out here has been a little bit, it's been fluctuating a lot, and it always gives me a little bit of a, funky throat. How about you guys? How's your Monday going? I think I already asked some of you earlier, but we have got new people within. Ooh, this song. Okay. Yeah, economy sucks. It's not really worth it to order in anymore. I'd like it to be worth it. Like, there's more than one night this whole last week where having somebody else bring me food would have been so luxurious. Is this song about pirates? This is fun. I'm so into this. I'm so glad I found these bands. And there it is. Yep. Wow. Did you guys hear that one? He's so mad. Like, I suppose he has a reason to be, but there's not much the moving truck can do about this. Certainly not the garbage truck. Can you get fined for blocking municipal services? Like, what does that fall under? I should look into that. It's actually, I wonder. You just put the Amish meat lovers pizza. Bring forth my czar with the horse and carriage. I wish to smell the musk of the horse upon my bread. This is how I know it is real pizza with a real horse, not some kind of AI thing. Does that make sense? No, not at all. But I'm not thinking while I do these hatch marks. Who needs thoughts? We have hatch. I like how he says roar. It sounds like Jack Black, but not Jack Black. Given the opportunity, would y'all pillage? Is pillaging different from looting, and is it redundant to say you're gonna pillage and loot? Oh, I got an answer about Sorry, 1 second. Talking to client. Okay. Sorry, he was asking if you could share the screenshot that I sent him, and I was like, sure, I mean, unless you want to wait like 20 minutes for me to wrap up the rest of this. You know. Whatever. Whatever he want. It's a little frustrating. This isn't like a big deal. Ultimately, I think it's a good thing that he's doing this, but, so my client for this, again, I'm going to repeat because I don't know how many people in chat are new or not, is my boyfriend. And, so the game, I'm sorry, Edgar, I didn't answer your question earlier. The game is, an extension of a party game he and I worked on, at the end of 2023 into 2024. We ended up doing a Kickstarter for it that didn't end up working out, and he decided to shift gears to kind of keep it rolling. So it's, kind of an interesting multi-genre sort of thing. I don't know how I can explain that without it being spoilers, so I'm not going to. I also don't know how much he wants to share or not. But essentially, you are Oswald the Lucky Rabbit, which he can do because it's public domain. In fact, the game is Rule of Inverse Ninjas versus the public domain. And there is a character who is a villain, big question mark, not really, he's very much a villain. This man who has evil needs. He has things he wants to do. I'm keeping it vague. And Oswald is sort of given the call to action to figure out what's going on with him, why different public domain characters are kind of disappearing, and what this has to do with this guy, and with Merlin the wizard, and with this girl who is not Ortesia, whatever her name is. She is, but she's not, because we can't use the name. And kind of the nature of the public domain's part of the story, which I think is really interesting. So the game itself is like a little it's like a little shooty fight game. You go through dungeons, and you have staff to shoot ninjas with, and you're gonna fight other creatures and bosses, and each chapter's got like a unique spin on it. It's really, really cool. He's still getting through parts. It's very early in development, but he wants to use these pages as part of the gameplay, which is really cool. Hello, guy! Yeah, he's got things he wants to do, and they're evil, and we know that because he's the villain, and we know that because he's got a very villainous beard, as you can see. It's quite... I wanted it to look kind of like Aku's beard. I know Aku doesn't have a beard, but he's got a lot of these shapes, and I love it. And I've been watching a lot of Samurai Jack, so... Yeah. I'm really happy with this. Yeah, you should. I think it's technically playable now. Here, I'll shoot you the, I'll post the link to the game's Twitter. Message? Oh, shoot. I need to get back to this guy. Okay. Oh, yeah, the fall of the public domain. That's my bad. I keep mixing up the names. He's got different versions of this. Not even that many. I'm just losing track. Where's chat? Where'd you go? There we go. There he is. And I'm sorry, guys. I need to take a quick second, and I have to answer this. Sorry, somebody had asked me for some work a little bit ago, and I was like, yeah, I can do it, but I need to wait a little bit because I'm like really sick. And he was like, that's cool, we'll talk later. And I said, great. And then I never responded, and it's been like 3 weeks, and I felt really bad because I do want to help him out with this stuff. It's really simple, straightforward things too. So whoopsies, my bad. Ooh, yeah, good choice. Queen and line work is fun. That can be where it's at. So I'm just talking to myself for a second here while I figure out what else I need to do here. What I am gonna do is I'm gonna finish this drink real quick. I didn't need to do it like that. I don't know why I did it like that. I'm sorry you guys had to watch that. Unwise, but delicious. I'm gonna save, because I haven't saved them in a while. And I will be right back. I need to go use the restroom, take a break and stretch my legs for a sec. So I think in like between 5 and 10 minutes, I will return. Probably less. Be right back. Okay, I lied. It was less time. I had to trick everybody, you know? If I'm not leaving positive surprises in your life, like returning faster than anticipated, for example, then how am I supposed to lead you guys to believe that I am a mystery? Okay. I'm not a mystery. Okay. I return to drop knowledge on this page, and that knowledge is, where do these black lines go? And who's yelling at me? Oh, I'm gonna answer that later. Okay. Ooh, this one I don't like so much. I'm gonna skip it. Okay. Back at it. Here we go. What's the history on this? Where Is it that one? Okay, cool. Oh, I do know this song. That's fun. Chat, where'd you go? There you are. Okay. Okay. Man, I took some medicine to get this cough out of my throat, and I feel like all it did was make my mouth minty and make me angry. For the cough in my throat is still there. All we are is dust in the wind. Nah, I don't need that. I'm not really one for drawing a lot of architecture, but the more I do it, the more I understand the joy behind it. I'm not there yet. I don't love it yet, but I don't hate it anymore either, and I think that's progress. Like, I had to draw like a kind of a Victorian manor for my own comic, and at first I was just like, yeah, I'll just do whatever. Yeah, maybe I'll kind of trace a model or something because I just don't want to, you know, and turn it into a thing that I want, that I like. And I didn't like either of those things, so I sat down and I looked at one and I studied it and I recreated it, and I was just like, oh, okay, I kind of get it, I guess. People who are really good at, I'm just going to scoot it over, this is fine. People who are really good at architecture and buildings and backgrounds are to be respected for their strength and wisdom. Oh, we sing about Viking warriors now. Okay. Y'all getting pumped yet? You feel the Valkyries calling? Whoa! You know, there's a lot of things that you can just do in college. Actually, you know what? Honestly, dude, you're at an age, I think, based off of, again, what limited information I have on you as a person. But you're about to, or in high school, right? Like, you're close to the cusp there. They have high school programs at colleges. You can go to a college to learn, even though you're, you know, not being there as a college grad. I actually know a few people who had dropped out of their high school to go and do their programs at the college instead. It was community colleges. Obviously, you know, different state, different rules, but bacteria. And sometimes you can audit them too. Like, you can get permission from the faculty to get it but not use it for college credit or whatever. Oh, see, I thought you were a little older than that. My bad. That's still good for you to know, though. I'm pointing at the chat, not at you. Chat, you, chat, you. Yeah, might be. That was something I always kind of wished that I had done, but I don't really care about that now. But like, when I was closer to high school age and you know, having just graduated and was getting denied by the colleges I applied to, looking into other options or whatever, that was something that I'd considered and then never brought it up with my parents, and I wish I had. I'm not sure that they would have said yes either, though, because, like, the closest college was a town away. And there's, like I was saying earlier, it's not like they had any, like, online programs I could technically do. I maybe close to it, but it wouldn't have been the same. And I didn't start driving until I was, like, 19. I think as far as the trajectory of my life so far, though, you know, not one of those things I think would have changed it too much differently. Oh, totally, yeah. Absolutely they can. There's quite a few artists who are. I would say if you haven't watched any of Worthy Kids, I'll link it. Worthy Kids is an animator, and he often does his own music too. Let me look him up for you. I would say Jack Stauber, primarily a musician, but he's gotten into, you know, he makes his own music. Yeah, does music. He makes his own music videos with animation and heavy video editing and stuff. Like, he's got a really wild aesthetic. There are plenty of people who do multiple things, and I think it's good. I think you should. If you're into it and you can do it, then you should do it. And if it turns out that you're not, then don't. No pressure, you know? Art is for enjoyment of the artist. Everything else is a bonus. Oh, that's sick, dude. Yeah, you should absolutely pursue that. Like, if it brings you joy and you feel like you're good at it and you're confident, then why not, you know? Art's about passion. It's what you make of it. Talking about art is not about grinding your sweat off until you get so frigging sad and tired and never achieving unreal goals. Your life is a farce? My friend, you do that. You do that because you enjoy it. You little masochist, you love it. Welcome to the club. Welcome to the club. Welcome, guy. Welcome, guy. The truth is, we're all artists because we're drama queens and we love to cry about stuff. And you know what? We've gotten very good at it. Oh my god, sorry. There's something in my eye. What is it today? Okay. It's still in my eye. Oh my gosh. I think it's a cat hair. Tyrant, you little bastard, shedding. I'm gonna eat you for lunch. Put you on 2 buns like a hot dog and just... Ugh. Man, I like the word farce. I think it's a fun one to say. Fight to the end. It is. It is indeed. You're right. Oh, I have this one wrong. See, I'm flipping backwards. Auto-depreciating value. I'm a high-value artist. You're out of my league. You gotta get yourself a high-value artist. You know, like, that's how people know that you yourself are a high-value client. Understand? This is how they know you're Sigma. Or Alpha. Or whatever. Which is the one that they care about now? Like, which is the one that they want to be now? They proverbial, you know, masculingo podcasts. I have no identity of my own, so I need to make up these meme name title labels for myself and talk about how much women don't want me. This is my new podcast. This is how they all sound. This is it. I'm not making this up as I go. You are. We're riding the high, baby. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I think I'm just saying words because it's funny. Okay, I'm just making sure I'm not doing these backwards. That is the symbol. Okay. Because I've flipped now. I don't think these have to be perfect though. They're supposed to be like chiseled in. Whoa, yeah, that is an ambitious fantasy. You should do it. You know, obviously do it when you feel like you're ready or comfortable. But I think you might find that sooner than you're anticipating. And that's not necessarily like a skill thing. It's more of an accepting your place as an artist and might as well do it because you want to do it because it's enjoyable. There is no right time. There was only the time that you're ready. The Omicron. Oh, that's the new Invincible thing, right? Like I'm so not caught up. I watched the whole first season and I thought that was really cool. I liked it. And then my sister gifted me the omnibus, which was a really kind gesture, and it was lovely. And I haven't finished it, and I haven't caught up either. Oh, the music has ended. Oh dear. Oh bother. Oh goodness gracious. Let's kill that. Let's get dramatic. Sorry, 1 second. When you... Yep, this one. I've not been getting anything about this one yet, so I'm going to keep listening to it. People do want to be rich sometimes, don't you know? You know, honestly, that's a great question. As it stands right now, I don't know. Kind of a weird industry. By the time you're at a point where you could potentially do something like that, it depends on where you are. My understanding of the animation industry is that if you want that specific position, you're essentially going to have to work your way up through and pitch it with you being the showrunner or the director, writer, or whatever, or you hire a studio on your own. It's not something that you can just go to a studio and go, I would like one budget, please, and they say you can do whatever you want with this, and you do it. Because if you aren't, known, it's kind of like they want to know that you're a person who does these things and that you can follow through. And if you're just some rando coming in and you don't have a background in doing it already, even to a small degree, it's not as likely to happen. That, I don't know how that would change in, a decade and a half by the time you're at that point, maybe longer. I don't even know where the industry is going to be, in the next few months as they're trying to figure out what's going on with their union right now, which is like, whoo, a lot of stuff. I think they didn't have to go on strike, but they almost did, and maybe they should have. But everybody's been out of work because with the writers and actors striking, it wasn't just the movie and TV live action industry that slowed down. It was everybody, and so there was a lot of animators who were out of work back then, and many of them who are still out of work because that had an effect. Which is wild. Like, they literally just had a massive, award ceremony, with the Oscars and with, there were a few other ones that popped up for a number of media. And the fact that any of these people could walk up and accept an award and then also point out, I haven't had a job in a year, is just insane. Hopefully that changes for them soon. In a good way. For them. They're all arguing over, AI and payment rights and royalties and all sorts of things that are worthy to fight over. Ooh, didn't mean to do that. You know, honestly, I kind of hope it does. You know, I don't think that's the case. I think a lot of these major studios are going to remain in place, but they have to shift gears. They need to make some changes, and the people in charge right now, their idea of change is not conducive to the way that the world is changing. And you're right, there's absolutely an uptick in indie created art and indie created animation and film, and that I think is the way to go. It's partly why I kind of gave up on trying to get into that industry, but there's a whole other mess with that in terms of like what I've done and wanted to do and my choices and reflecting on that. Oop, wrong direction. But there's absolutely a high amount of shift in that, which is good. When it looks like a lot of this is kind of war-torn in the shifting pieces here, like blasts and scarring and stuff. Just the idea that this place just got absolutely wrecked at some point in this guy's story. Like, what is that? I don't know. Ooh, this is not great though. It looks bad. Oh yeah, Bad Guys 2 looks good. It looks fun anyway. I kind of grow tired of the I don't know if I'm gonna get all that heavy into this conversation, especially since you can't really trust a movie by its trailer. But I am a little bit tired of the but now there's girl. Like, it's a little played out, and it just doesn't really fit today's climate. But I get it. I don't think it's necessarily a bad way to go. I just think there's another way to handle it and still do it. Don't mind me, I'm just a feminist. Yeah, oh my god, I loved it. I thought it was so fun. I am looking forward to watching it again, because it dawned on me that I don't think certain people that I love and cherish have seen it yet, and they should. I'm a bad friend. I have not shown them, and they must see. It doesn't work unless she's picking her nose. As long as it's a gross girl. I don't know if I like this. Maybe I should double down. Yeah, I ought to double down. I have an idea. Okay. New layer. Rough. Let's go with a scribble pastel-like. Ooh, yeah, okay, cool. Hello, Scribble Pastel. You are my friend, and I like you. Oh, man. What's the other hand? The Special Edgar is a pretty fun username. Not gonna lie, dude. Would it be invasive to ask why you want to change your name? You don't have to answer. This is a public space after all. And it's none of my business. But I'm nosy. You don't think so? I think Edgar's a great name. Especially since, like, I think, honestly, any Ed name, I think, has a lot of really great nicknames. Like, I think Eddie's great. Eddie's good. Ed, obviously. I guess that's really the only nicknames. But you get all those, like, opportunities for puns because, like, we have an entire part of our language that uses ED, which can be fun. Get Ed, you know, get got by Ed. I think it's a nice solid name too. And you know, I'm not gonna tell you not to do it, it's not my job. You know, you're gonna know who you are. And like, it's not really such thing as a wrong opinion. Except for some. There are some wrong opinions. But this one about your name, it's just a opinion. I like Edgar. I think the bigger question is, like, do you feel strongly that you would still feel this way about it as you get older? Ed's World? I don't know what Ed's World is. When I think Ed, I think, like, I mean, I grew up on Ed, Edd and Eddy, Edward Elric, because I'm a nerd. I super love that show, and manga. I think the manga's better, but I like the shows. Can you tell I've been listening to this one a lot? It's something that you should consider, because it's, you know, nicknames are fickle and small in comparison to the wide range of your life, but a full name change, especially in a legal sense, is a big decision, and it has an effect on the rest of your life. And you're putting a lot of trust in bureaucracy to maintain your shifts and changes, and the effect it could have with, you know, it can change the way that you talk to your parents. I'm not saying that that's going to be negative. I don't know your parents, you know. But, like, if I told my parents that I wanted to change... Well, actually, that's not true. If I told my parents I was going to change my name, it was probably not something that they're going to be too upset about. I guess it depends on the reason, though. That's the other thing. It really does depend on the reason. And a lot of other stuff, you know. And I'm sorry that your friends are teasing you about it. I think that's kind of bull. You know, it's also not original to make fun of somebody for their name. Like, if they're gonna make fun of you, they gotta be clever. Maybe it says something that they can't find something else. You know, they can't keep up with the intellect. With all the stuff you've got going on. That's the other thing, too. Like, they're your friends. Is this worth just saying, hey bro, you're my buddy. Please don't do that. I don't appreciate it. And then they go, yeah, I'm gonna keep doing it. And you go, alright, well, I'm sorry, we're gonna have to face each other in hand-to-hand combat. That's how that works. And they go, and you go, yeah, and if I don't, you know, I gotta call the cops because they're here to enforce the fact that we have to do hand-to-hand combat. And they go, nuh-uh, and you go, and then you do, and the cops are like, yeah, I'm sorry, kid, you gotta hand fight this child. Sorry. There's the rules. These are dual rules. This is real. This is American culture. It goes back hundreds of years. Actually, random blathering joke aside, I think you can still call people to duel in Washington. I don't think it's the same kind of duel. You can't just pull out a pistol and a sword. But I think technically you can call them for a fist fight, but you can only do it once. I don't remember where I heard that. Don't quote me on it, and I really want to know if I'm right, but I'm not going to look it up because I got a real good flow going on here, and I've got to maintain. I think I heard it in one of those, like, leftover laws that are still in existence. Like, you can't bring a giraffe with you to court in Pennsylvania or something. I made that up. Some of those laws are definitely, like, trying to get one person who did a thing. Which I suppose you could also say is, like, most laws. You know, somebody found a loophole that they were allowed to do something, and they were like, "No, don't do that." Yeah, well, my thing is level 1 plus infinity, so it's better. Is kind of what that feels like, right? Sorry, I got like so wrapped up in my own storytelling and all this. Fullmetal Alchemist stands pretty close to the manga. Yeah, it does. Brotherhood does stand close, but I feel like there's a few things they did that kind of, you know, made it fall short. Like that whole first episode. If I ever recommend Brotherhood to anybody, I always tell them to skip the first episode. It establishes too much far too early. And it's like, what's the point? But otherwise, I think it did a really good job. Kind of wish they had all of the same voice actors, but I know that's not necessarily going to be something they can do. They got really close. Wilson hasn't watched the original series yet, so I'm going to see if I can get him in on that soon, because I liked it, despite the differences. There's a lot of animated parts that I think did a better job. There's some dramatic points that they added that I really liked how they did it, and I thought that was cool. Well, there you go. You already talked with them, and they're already, like, you know, cool with it, and you're just trying to figure out who you are. That's great. You know, whatever you want to do, dude. I mean, who am I to tell you what to do? I'm just some rando. There's things to consider, you know? And nothing about what I was saying, by the way. It was me trying to tell you not to do anything. It's not my job. I'm not your mom, right? I'm just, again, like, a person that we chat online occasionally, you know? I see your work and I go, hey, cool. And you see my work and you go, yeah. So, you know, people are gonna people. Yeah, you know, with the original creator stuff, it's true, it can. I think sometimes if somebody is just inevitably at some point going to be the right match, right? So, like, when you take something out of the hands of the original and they manage to, like, take it and run with it, I can't think of an immediate example that I was really happy with. I think in small parts you can say that. Like, I think a really great example of a small part, somebody seeing a character for who they are and running with it and adding to it, was Jason Isaacs, who played Lucius Malfoy. Like, if you ever watch his interviews when he's talking about getting into character, like, his character shows up literally for like 5 minutes total in the entire scope. Sorry, it was a lamp. In the entire scope of the Harry Potter movies. Like, and the reason why he has such a presence is because Jason Isaacs was pulling stuff like, he was talking about in one interview, and I came across this, I didn't look this up, like, I was just like, whoa, what, no way. He walked in for a casting thing, or whatever it was. There was like a costume test or something, and the costume was like a suit, business attire, you know, and just him as he is. And he's talking to the people in costumes. He's like, oh, it's just like a suit and stuff. And they're like, yep, yeah, this is not really a big role in the movie. He's like, yeah, but I was thinking this. Do you have a wig? He's like, I mean, it's like a crummy plastic one that we aren't using for anything right now, but I guess. So he grabs his wig, and it's like really terrible nylon, and it's not even brushed properly. It's terrible. He's like, all right, cool. Do you have like can I use this? And it's like this horrible fur cloak thing that isn't even what it's supposed to be, and it doesn't really work on anything. And he's like, and they're like, I guess we have to talk to the director. He's like, cool, yeah, I'll go talk to the director. And he goes to the director, and he's like, this is what I was thinking. And the director's like, well, we have a suit. Did you talk to the guys in costume? And he's like, yeah, but I had like a vision though. And he's like, oh, okay. Like, the whole scene where he kicks Dobby to the ground and stuff apparently wasn't even in the script either. He was just supposed to walk, but I guess every time he started walking in the shot, he would do this motion of like kicking something, and they'd be like, are you okay? Are you like tripping? He's like, no, I'm kicking Dobby. Which is great. Like, that's a dude who saw a character, knew what it was, added to it, and brought it somewhere where it was definitely supposed to be. Like, that was excellent. So a lot of things a lot of those actors did to bring Harry Potter to life, and it's a shame that the movies all kind of suck. No offense to anybody who loves them. Like, I'm not a big Harry Potter fan, but there's so much appreciation that goes into, like, when I look at those movies. There's a lot there to appreciate, a lot to chew on, and I'm grateful for that. So I just went on a whole ramble. I just was so enamored by Jason Isaacs' excitement about doing all that. Like, I came across those, I think it came up on, like, Instagram or something. Oh, dude, yeah, about Miyazaki. I absolutely believe that. He's also had some problems in the past with, having his work, the localizations, like, you know, when they first wanted to localize and dub My Neighbor Totoro, like, they absolutely flubbed it. It was really bad. And apparently it's because they kept trying to change major parts of it to make it more American child friendly and not, you know, the movie that it was, the creation that it was meant to be. And I think that happened also for Nausicaa too. Like, they kept trying to change it. They being whoever they had working with that they hired before Disney came in and did it, and they have luckily done a good job. It's true, yeah. Honestly, that's one of the things I learned the most over the last couple of years, living in you know, the closer to, like, blah, 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 blah. When you live in Los Angeles is huge, right? It's just absolutely massive. And there are certain parts of LA that have more people who work in certain things than in others. You know, there are a lot of animators living in and around Burbank. There's a lot of people who are into acting or close to acting, something among, you know, costume and props and lighting, all around the North Hollywood area. Probably in other places too, right? And it's not, I'm not saying that they aren't spread out elsewhere, but when you inevitably meet somebody who works in these, you know, industries and is on the sidelines in a sense, the amount of passion a lot of them have for their jobs is just insane. Like they're not necessarily in it because they love movies. Some of them are, some of them aren't, you know? But it's just been really interesting getting to know that side of LA. And yeah, oh yeah, those reflective moments where they... So, okay, funny that you bring that up. So, I think those reflecting moments, the quiet, the whatever, to take it in the moments, everything, I think it's just a natural part of a lot of Japanese filmmaking. I'm sorry that my webcam keeps shaking. I don't know how else to handle that right now. I remember one time at an anime expo I went, and they had a laser disc showing of the first episode of Tenchi Muyo, which was like, I'd never seen a laser disc before. I'd never seen one in person, and I'd never seen one being played somewhere. And that was kind of fun. You know, it was just a massive CD, right? But they were playing the Japanese dub with the American subtitles, and there's one shot where Tenchi is just laying down somewhere, I think it's in the grass, and he's clearly just sitting there thinking about stuff because stuff was happening and it's a lot to take in. And the dub isn't saying a thing. It's quiet. The music is playing, he's just sitting there, you can hear the cicadas in the background, you're just looking at this character staring at the sky. But the subtitles are going crazy. Like, there's so much going on. He's literally just talking to himself in it. And it was really funny to see that kind of separation. Does this even work? Does this... I feel like it does, but it doesn't. I'm gonna go around the character a little bit. Yeah, that works. I'm cool with that. Yeah. Too much. I am not going to color this comic. It's going to stay black and white. In fact, both projects I'll be working on today are going to stay black and white. Which, a little bit kind of a bummer, because I do feel like coloring something, but, yeah, I don't have anything to add to that. I'm not disappointed, but, I might take a break and do some coloring for funsies. Where did Scribble Pastel go? There it is. Yeah, I'm keeping the chalk. I like it. I don't usually do a lot of black and white work, so it's been a little bit of an exploration getting into it. I was one of those kids that almost always worked in black and white, and then once I started to color, I just never went back, and that's been, you know, like 20 years or more, so. Oh, I'm old. Ugh. Okay. Yeah, that checks out. I can tell. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. Honestly, what I've noticed is that people who are getting into art and like really diving into it for the first time, and this doesn't really count for age. I think it really is just a new artist thing. They tend to lean one way or the other. Like they either only like one or they only like the other, and they're nervous about the other one. So those who are really into inking often get nervous about color, and those who get really into color get nervous about only working in black and white or only in line, which is also rather nerve-wracking for the painter. Does that even... I don't think I need this layer on anymore. There we go. Oh yeah, where all the lines are just monolined. I kind of agree, honestly. Some people are able to do that and make it work really, really well and maintain the form and trick the eye and keep up with, you know, trying to keep the flow in and everything. But sometimes it does just feel like an unfinished drawing. Like, I think Mobius has a lot of drawings where they are kind of all monolines, but because he works with hatches and because his foundations are all really strong, it doesn't really feel too flat to me a lot of the time. Most of the time, if not all of it. But yeah, there's definitely some others. I remember also seeing a lot of artists, and a little bit less so now than earlier in my, I guess, career, is seeing artists who very clearly are not following their fundamentals very well, but are rendering super heavy. So like the painting, or they're really, really painting, but they don't know how to draw hands, and so you end up with this like lovely painted thing that looks kind of like a mitten, I guess, where the fingers are all bent weird. Or like the face isn't proportioned properly. And I don't even mean like realistic either. Like it was usually all anime stuff because it was a lot of the that is my favorite way kind of thing. I only want to do the thing I like and nothing else. And I get it. I also only want to do the thing I like and nothing else, but here we are. I don't know if I like this. It's just starting to feel a little confusing to look at, honestly. I might just hand this over to the client. I keep saying client. Wilson, tell me what you think about this. Wilson, my lord, say the thing. Tell me the stuff. Tell me I'm good. Oh yeah. I think the really hard part about painting especially, but like with art in general, is doing something and making it seem like it was on purpose. Like there's one thing about happy accidents and they happen, sure, but like if you're like, but this is part of my style, but if it doesn't look deliberate, then it looks weird. And it's a fine, fine line, a very wide-ranging, different for everybody fine line as to what looks deliberate and what looks like you didn't know what you were doing. Yeah, I'm going to make a little bit of a difference in some of this. I think that's going to help. scribbly. Let's go with maybe lighter. Oop, this way. And darker the other. Dang, dude. Good on you, guy. I think that's great. Sorry, 1 second. I'm gonna finish my thought here. Nutrition's hard too. Like, I don't really know all that much about it, but I know it's like a lot of like science and, you know. But yeah, everybody's got a different pace. And a decade's not an insignificant amount of time to study. You are a great guy. I'm sure he's never heard that one before. Got him. Yeah, I think I really like the slight separation of value, but I feel like it's getting a little bit lost here too. So maybe I should try it by shifting the texture to something different. How can I make it different with the least amount of effort and work on my part? Let's see. What do you look like? Ew. Let's try that again. No opacity. A medium-sized regular guy. What is it? You're just a venti guy. What if I keep the outside darker and do the inside lighter? But I do it with like scribblies. No, but I really like this area here. Okay. Ideas are forming. Duplicating layer. Just in case. Ideas! Yeah, they're coming. And they're good. Because I only have good ideas. That's why I'm so awesome. With the help and support of viewers like you. I've never had a bad idea in my entire life. Ever. I'm also a fantastic liar. So good. This is normal. Do. Okay. This one here, yes. Can I just get a decaf venti guy? Thanks. Oat milk, please. Thank you. Okay. Let's open up. Textures. Where? There it is. And there, and let's take a very different one. This one will do. Okay. I don't know if I'm sold on this yet, but let's see how it goes. Here, I'm gonna this layer. I don't think that's gonna go how I want it to. No, okay. I'll just do it the long way. Oh, for me? Hard to say. I got my first professional gig, like contract gig, while I was in high school because a friend, her dad was working on a project and needed an artist, and I was just like, I was that kid at the high school who did all the artwork, and and it was for a kid's book that he wanted to pitch into a movie and a series or something. I don't think it ended up going quite that far, unfortunately, but man, it could have. A lot of promise. But I didn't fully start up as like a career until some years later. It's hard to call it a career because I've always had to have another job at the same time, right? But it is still exactly what that is. That's just the imposter syndrome talking. So I want to say like 15 years because it was like right out of high school. I didn't really go to college. I tried to and kind of fell out of it. And I went on to teaching. It was actually my second job, and it's the only job I've had for more than a year and a half is teaching, which is kind of funny. I'm really good at it, I think. I'd like to think. So I teach mostly, sorry, I know I'm doing a lot of ums and ers. Fine art, a lot of pastel, fundamentals, painting, still lifes, drawing dogs, lots of that. The other teaching I did was for character design. What happened there was I was going to a trade school for character design in Burbank and hadn't paid my tuition because I thought my parents were, and they were not, and I think they just didn't really think to tell me that they weren't. They probably just assumed that I knew that they weren't going to, but I didn't. So his response was like, well, I mean, you could teach here and use that as your means to pay tuition. And I was like, okie dokie, that sounds cool. So I did that. And I did that for like 7 years. And while I was doing that, a friend of mine was also developing a game. It is an adult game that I worked on for a little while. I didn't really do a whole lot of artwork for it, but I did a lot of UI and some promotional stuff. So I was kind of on the back end of it. And I was also taking on some other freelance things here and there. So stuff for family, stuff for not family, pitch things, storyboarding, character design work, stuff like that. Never working for a studio. Adult enough that I'm not going to tell you what it is. And kind of started to rethink things in the last like 2-3 years, and then over the last 1 year I was like, screw it, I don't really like where things are at, it's time to completely shift gears. Now I'm into comics. So that I've only been doing for a short time, and I only got my first professional comic gig that wasn't my own thing this year, this last couple of months, which has been very exciting. Okay, so I like the idea, but I don't like this texture. So let's find another one. And also music. Oops, wrong button. classical music when you're slowly going insane. Or what was that like presidential workout one that Dan did? That was funny. Yeah, there it is. Presidential pump. That was funny. Let's do that one. I was gonna look up something else. What was I gonna do? Texture. That's right. Texture. Let's replace you. So let's find maybe. Let's try this one. Ew. Well, if this is the new, clean, not messed up room, I should be using a cleaner thing. So how about cardboard? Let's use you, cardboard swoosh. Yeah. Ooh, okay. Okay. It's kind of nice. That's pretty. Jazz would be nice. Cat with a cup of tea. Oh, yeah. I see what you're saying. See, now I feel like it ought to be switched. Dingly, dingly, dingly. Okay. Well, that's why we do this, right? So, that's why I have this. Where's my, there it is, okay. So if I get outside of this, and then I go to this one, yes, let's duplicate you just in case, and I want to flip this around and delete, no, flip this around and delete, yes, yes, good, yes. Switch to, what about you? Ew, no, okay, go back to the one I wanted. Sorry, I know I'm like talking to myself here, but bear with it. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay, I see it. I see it. Okay, so it's not what I'd usually want to do. It's just a lot of actual gray, and I find that kind of clashing, but I think for this, it works enough for me to accept it, and I shall accept it. Kind of like how almost like galactic it kind of looks. Is some of this the same music as the previous playlist? I feel like some of this is. one's definitely not, but previous one might have been. Man, I'd like to play jazz. I would love to play a bunch of music, but unfortunately, it is still considered to be copyright, even though the music itself is not. The recording is. And don't get me wrong, I get it. I know, but man, I feel like streaming artwork is maybe an exception. Maybe I feel that way because I want to do it, and I'm here, and it's art, and it's art, and it's cool, and it's sharing art while I do the art, sharing art, you see it? But it is kind of a double standard in a way. The idea that, like, but I should be entitled to play the music and give you free exposure, but you can't do that with me because I'm an artist, me. But the industries are different. My free exposure versus a musician's free exposure might not be the same free exposure. I don't know that for a fact. I'm not a musician. I've not worked in the industry, so I don't know what musicians think about it. I do know that quite a few of them, but not all of them, are against the DMCA stuff, and word of mouth has a different effect on their playability. Not playability, but like not. It's different. It's different. I'm just mad because I can't do the thing that I like, which is listening to the music that I've collected. It's my favorite way. Oops, too much. There we go. Okay, so I'm definitely gonna have to add more actually solid black to this now that I'm seeing how this is all coming together, which is gonna help clarify a lot of things. Because, I mean, you can see the texture from the pencil versus the texture from the kind of background chalky look are really similar. Maybe from further away it's not so bad, but I don't know, it feels like it just needs a little extra pop. So I'm probably gonna throw a few more bits of black in here. I am really spending a lot of time on this panel. This is not, I think, typical for what I'd like to do in terms of timing. But I'm okay with that, I think. This project's already paid for too, so I basically can take as much time on this as I want. Because my client is patient, because he lives with me and he can yell at me whenever he wants. Knowing that I can yell back. Thank you. I also really like how dark it is. So let me see here. I require a new scribbly dark pencil. Maybe I should take that one thing that I didn't like before and make it denser. Particle size is larger. What does that look like? Ooh, yeah. Okay, cool. Switching to the right color. Smaller. Yes. It's coming together. think I told him like an hour or two ago. Yeah, 30 minutes, 20 minutes, I'll be done. Yeah, mm-hmm. Ooh, I'm like digging this texture. Okay. I'm not usually one for pointillism, but I think I've started to really enjoy it slowly over the years. Especially over the last like 1 year. Just because I've been looking at a lot more tattoo art, and some of it's just like, gorgeous. Pins. Pins or pens? Two different things. You can get them online. I guess that's the answer for both of those things. You can get pins and pens online. What kind of pin? Like cool keychain type enamel pins? I guess not keychain. Or like somebody's pin number? Being sneaky there. Don't steal. Don't be doing that. So if you're looking for like anime pins, there's anywhere that sells figurines likely also sells enamel pins. Some people do it online too if you want to go like Etsy or something. A shiny metallic sticker. You know what? That's if it's a cool sticker, then it's a guitar sticker. Oh, is this the wrong? Yes, this is wrong. I need to replace this. If you end up getting some enamel pins and you want to put them on things like clothing or a backpack or something, see if you can't sew or glue it on a little bit, because sometimes those backings pull off and it will then in turn fall off. Sometimes I'll have like a little thing you can sew a little bit. Sometimes you can just like keep the clasp together. Some people I think are able to sew through the clasp and around the, I don't know, it is worth looking into though. They might be better quality than they were when I was a kid, though. Because times they are changing. More scribbly. Scribbly? Scribble pastel. Give me all your goods. Do 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 do. I don't know, maybe I should make this all dark up here. Ew, I don't like the flow of that, but I like the direction of the darkness. Okay. There we go. I gotta make it go around with the dome. I wasn't doing that. I'm still kind of not, but I'm doing it more now. Yeah, that looks way better. I don't know. Oh man, it's like two dudes who look alike pointing at each other. What happened? It's like twins. Wonder what I should do for dinner. It's not dinner time yet. It'd be like a really early dinner or late lunch right now, but I don't think I'm gonna eat again until dinner. As like a choice. I don't remember what I have to make. Guess I've got burger patties. That doesn't sound too bad. Oh, whoopsies. This needs to be this. Ah, that worked out. Okay, cool. Phew. All right. You know what? With the burger patties, I was thinking I might make spaghetti. Genuinely though, I could go for spaghetti. So Wilson's doing keto right now, which means I'm the only one in the house who's eating carbs, and like, it's a little lonely. He cannot enjoy pizza with me, or toast, or a nice rice bowl. Alas, he is without the rice bowls. Oh, I thought you were joking around. I'm probably gonna make hamburgers. I could. What I've done in the past when I'm really lazy, but I want spaghetti, but I don't have any other meat. If I have like sausage or like burger patties, I'll just either I'll take them out of the case, like casings for the sausage, or I'll just like use the burger patty and just like cut it up real good. And that makes for a really good spaghetti. It do. Okay. Am I done with this panel? Am I done yet? For now. Alright, I'm done with it for now. I need to It's true. I enjoy the ability to like mind read somebody's sarcasm. It's what it feels like. Okay. Alright. So I have been streaming for wow, like 3 hours. Almost on the dot. 3 hours and 1 minute right there. Okay, so I have more work to do. I have more streaming I'm willing to do, but I do need to take a little bit of a break. I need to maybe make myself a quick snack so I'm not starving at dinner and eating lazy. Do a little bit of cleaning, and just stretch my legs out and be healthy. So, I am expecting a return sometime in the next like hour, and I will post links in when that's the case. But the rest of this page is going to go a little bit quicker now that that one illustration is finished. Whew! That was, I don't want to say it was a lot, but it was more than I was expecting it to be. So I'm cool with that. I'm really happy with it. It has problems, but it was an experiment ultimately, and that's cool. So blah 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 blah. Where's my stuff? Where the things are? Enjoy your cooking, chat. I will catch you soon, and